Been hearing about pattern. Do you know that pattern comes in a set? Yes, that's what we'll be talking about today. Pattern sets in pattern making. Welcome to day 5 of Decode That Pattern with Marriott, a 30 days pattern making challenge where we get to decode things that have to do with pattern making, taking it from different textbooks. And today we are going to be talking about pattern sets. Now, before I can make an outfit, something that has to do with this shirt, there has to be a pattern that will mimic the look of this shirt before I transfer to fabric, cut, and sew. Let's use this picture as an example. In pattern making, looking at this picture, this is a basic pattern set. It has the back skirt, the sleeve in the middle, and you can see the front and the front skirt. Now, when it comes to pattern, these are the basic 5 pattern sets. These 5 that you're seeing on your screen is the 5 pattern set. They consist of the front, back, skirt, and the long sleeve. Now, when you join this back together, these two backs you're seeing, if you join them together, it becomes the dress for the back. And you can turn this pattern into a dress pattern if you wish and add it to your pattern set. Now it becomes how many? 6. If you add a dress pattern for the back to the 5 pattern sets, which is the basic that we have, add it to your pattern set, it becomes 6 pattern sets. Then if you also join the front bodice and the front skirts together for the front, you also have the front dress pattern. And you can add it to your pattern set also. Now you have how many sets? 7. Now coming down to the skirt part, do you know you can adapt it into a trouser pattern? Yes, the skirt part can also be adapted into a trouser pattern. And there are different methods that you can draft a trouser, and adapting using the skirt is one of the method. Then if you have the trouser sets added to this 7, then you have a total of 9 sets for your pattern. But it all starts with the basic pattern set. The first 5 pattern set, that's this one you're seeing now. That's where it starts from. Now, these pattern sets, they don't come with any slash lines, no seam allowances, no design, nothing exaggerated. It is just plain pattern sets. And in the coming videos, we'll be talking about how to draft these pattern sets using your own body measurements or that of your client or your model or even your mannequin, whichever you want to use to draft the basic pattern so that you can learn from them. We're going to be talking about these 5 basic pattern sets first. Then as time goes on, we can move into other pattern sets, which are that of the dress pattern and the trouser pattern. You might be asking, why have a pattern set? Why go through all the stress of creating a pattern in the name of you want to make an outfit? Now, if you bring a plain fabric and place it on top of me, now this is a plain fabric, and I place it on top of myself. This fabric cannot just go all through the corners of your body, the curls, and everywhere without you creating the shape that fits into your body. So you can't place a plain fabric on yourself like this and say, oh, I just place it and I'm making an outfit. Okay, I want to go out. Let me just use the plain fabric to form a shirt or a dress or a trouser or anything you want to put on. You need to shape it out into the body shape. Yeah. So that is where creating patterns becomes very handy. With the help of your patterns, do you know that you can create as much as possible? If you have one pattern, I can decide to create multiple outfits using one pattern. I can create multiple outfits of this particular shirt. I can create up to 100, 200. Count it as much as you want. You can create because of the help of the pattern. You don't need to start marking and cutting all over again. That's why patterns are very, very important. With the help of your pattern, you can even make multiple sizes. You can downsize or upgrade the size if you prefer. So you can see that patterns are very, very important. With the help of your pattern, you can create a mock-up. A mock-up is something like to test it out. Like you want to make one fine design and you need to test it out. If you use your pattern to create that style or that design that you want to make, and you go ahead and create a mock-up out of it, the model tests it and it's not fine. From there, you can readjust it to be what you want it to be. That's another importance of pattern. Now, there are lots of advantages and importance of pattern, and I've mentioned just a few. Now, you can also add this to it that pattern helps to minimize waste of fabric. If you work with patterns first, and in the process, you have some errors in the patterns, you can easily correct it. Compared to when you work directly on your fabric, once there's an error, that means you need to work with another fabric again. That is another advantage you can add there. There are lots of advantages, and I'm going to give you your challenge action. Your challenge action is to talk about the importance of pattern or having a pattern set. What are the importance? What do you think about it? Create a post about it, tag me, and remember to use the hashtag decode that pattern with Marit so that I can engage in that post. Remember, we are here to sow, to slay, and to succeed. I'll see you in day 6, where we will start the main thing that we are here for, drafting our pattern sets.